What happens to serial killers in prison? This is a graphic one, and I'm going to keep it real on this one. I've seen 2 confirmed serial killers that have killed 3 or more people, but in reality, it doesn't matter if you killed or raped 1, 2, got caught in the act. To me, the only reason you haven't had more bodies is either they haven't found them or you just got caught too early. And coming from somebody that has a family member that's been raped, I am viciously going after them while I was in prison. And don't think because we're in prison we don't have honor and value. There's so many dudes that were caught up in the streets from drugs, or they just come from a bad area, or whatever it may be. But the second they get around this pure demonic evil that has raped and killed innocent women and children for their own sexual demonic pleasures, it makes a man snap. I've seen it where a guy will have 9 months left and end up getting 30 years tacked onto his sentence because he just gets around this evil. Looks in the eyes of this motherfucker. It's all dead. They smell different. Everything about them is demonic. I'm telling you. So for this situation, this dude looked just like Elton John. So they called him the Rocket Man. And he was convicted for 2 rapes and 2 murders of those victims. And he would always scream on the door, there's 10 bodies they haven't found yet. You motherfuckers ain't doing shit but talking. He was in a PC cell in a high custody dorm by himself. But here's where shit gets crazy. Flex was the orderly in this dorm. He passed out the trays to everybody in confinement, everybody in PC. That was his job on the compound. So before anything was said or done, Flex is poisoning his food, pissing, shitting, putting salmonella in his food, jizz, everything you can think of. Starving him, dropping his trays on the floor. Then he finally gets the call. Like, the money hit the right places, everything's set up with the officers. You have to understand he's working with these corrupt officers. So he knows everything to do. So he steps to me and asks if I want to be a part of this. I said, of course, shit, I'll do this for free. So about a week goes by. And he comes back to me and says, look, the officers are going to have us all go to medical. This piece of shit Rocket Man, you and I. They're going to put us in the blind spot like we're waiting for a nurse. And the second the officer turns his back, we're popping off and we're going to inflict as much damage as possible to this dude. So the day comes and I have to go through an entire search through a fucking metal detector. So I can't bring any metal in. I'm going in there barehanded. But Flex is coming from the back way since he's an orderly in confinement. He has these homemade brass knuckles. So we all sit down. The officer turns his back. All of a sudden, this fucking chomo piece of shit starts screaming, help me, I'm not supposed to be alone. I immediately just take off.